What's up, everyone? It's Brian, the Pittsburgh comic expert, coming at you with a small haul as well as a bonus entry into Vince's contest, Semper Comic Guy. I think his name is Vince. I think I heard Murphinator say that. So anyway, let's get started. This is going to be a quick video. So I visited a couple of my local shops, and I saw this in Steve Watson's video. He had the full run of the Nom. I'm going to try and pick that up as well. I hear that's a really good story. I want to start reading these. And you know, my uncle served in my late uncle served in Vietnam. He unfortunately passed in 2005 of probably related cancer to the Agent Orange and everything. I know of quite a few people, Vietnam vets, who unfortunately died that way. But yeah, so I wanted to read this story. I heard it was pretty good, and I hear that the continuity advances per month. It's like, you know, the story advances the amount of time it took per issue. So I'm going to give it a shot. I really like this cover. So I picked this one up at my local shop for a couple bucks. And then these are flying. So these are going on eBay for a lot of money. I don't know why, because all my shops still have them. So I got the Rebirth #1 for Batman. I'm probably keeping that one because I really like that cover. When I get my discount comic book service order, dcbservice.com, I ordered the whole Rebirth package, the non-variant covers, for like 65% off. But I really don't have any interest in keeping them. I kind of changed my mind. I tried to cancel the order and they wouldn't let me. So as soon as those get here, I'm going to have like all the #1s, and I'm going to be putting them on eBay, or I'll have them available for trade if you guys' shops are selling out. Because here in Pennsylvania, Western PA, they're really not selling out, especially in the suburbs. Now, maybe downtown Pittsburgh, that's a little different. Okay, so I found this one too. This was the last copy of that variant cover for Wonder Woman. I'll probably keep that as well. I'm at least going to give that a read because it's Greg Rucka. I hear his stuff's pretty good, although I haven't read anything yet. Picked this up for PGH Jr. This is going to be in his birthday package with all the other comics I got him. His birthday's coming up here next month. The DC Nation Super Sampler #1 from 2013. This was a free comic book day version. So this was an eBay purchase. I got it from Canada. It was 77 cents in American dollars. I don't know what the conversion was in Canada. Same goes with this one. This was the same seller. This was Wonder Woman #1, the Millennium Edition. That was like $1.50. You know, I have the invoice. I will go through that here shortly. All right. And this one I'm going to save for last from that invoice. But so went and finally grabbed my pull list, and just got the usual. Got the Walking Dead #155. I forgot that I asked them to put this aside, this Teen Titans Go, so now I have 2 of those. I don't know if anybody has kids and wants a trade for that. If not, I might just hold on to it. Picked up Lucifer #6. This story's great if you guys haven't read it yet. And then #7. So highly recommend Lucifer. And then they had put this one aside for me, the Steranko cover, and this is sold out. It's the only cover I really want to get, the Captain America, is the Steranko one. So I do have another version. I have the Age of Apocalypse cover for Captain America, except I'm going to be getting rid of it on eBay. And the last thing I picked up, and I thought this was pretty cool, if this happens in the Infinity War, this book is going to skyrocket because I really didn't pay a lot for it. So here is my eBay invoice. So that Millennium Edition Wonder Woman was $1.75 Canadian. The sampler was $1 Canadian. And see, I paid more for shipping than I did for the books. And this last one here was $1.50 Canadian. So if this one happens, and I love this cover, this is great. Check that out. West Coast Avengers #45. That's the first appearance of the second Vision. If Vision turns white for the upcoming Avengers movie, this book's going to go up. So call this a market watch, whatever you will. This is an awesome cover swipe of Avengers 57. You could see in the corner here, well, if you look close, it says burn after Buscema. I don't know which Buscema, but probably Sal. But yeah, this is first appearance of the White Vision as part of the Vision Quest story. It's one of the very few key issues of West Coast Avengers, or Avengers West Coast, whenever they renamed it in the next issue, I believe. So get this book while it's cheap. Worst case scenario, guys, if you pick up this book, take my market watch advice, you pick up this book and nothing happens and the Vision doesn't turn white in any of the next two Avengers movies, then you have a really friggin' cool book with a cool cover swipe of a classic Avengers Silver Age book. So, whatever it is. I mean, this is, it's a cheap book, it's affordable. I wouldn't pay any more for $5 for it right now, but I guarantee you, if he turns white, I'm just telling you, it's going to go up. Maybe speculation, just like the whole Grey Hulk thing. Who knows? But would you guys rather be in early, 2 years before the movie comes out, or be late to the party and trying to find the book, and then people were selling them for $30 a piece on eBay? So anyway, okay, that's part one. Part two is the bonus entry into Semper Fi Comic Guys 4th of July contest. So the bonus piece, I already shared my patriotic one, but I'll put the cap book back up there. This was basically, he wanted to know your favorite 4th of July memory, and I'll try to tell you guys the abridged version. So I grew up in northern West Virginia, and you don't have to be in southern West Virginia to have a redneck party, especially a redneck 4th of July. So I had a friend who lived kind of out. I mean, it would be clarified as the sticks in that part of the city. Outskirts, no cops, wooded area. And we kind of, drinking, smoking cigarettes. There was nothing but Budweiser and Marlboro Reds there. And so anyway, we're lighting off fireworks just like any other redneck 4th of July party would have. So here's kind of a diagram of what happened. Okay, so we have the yard, then we have the deck, and then we have the house, all right? So in said yard, we put up a 200 shot, I think it was 200, it could have been 100, I don't know. For the purposes of telling a good story, we'll call it 200. We put this on this tiny little mortar brick, the little red clay brick. We put this big ass firework that had 100 to 200 missiles in it. So we lit the missiles, okay, and the wick happened to be on this side. So I'll never forget this. So it lit off all of these first, okay, and then because of how this was sitting on the brick, you can see that it tipped over, and then it started firing all these fireworks. Now, it had only fired about a quarter of these missiles before it tipped over and started shooting them at us. So drunken as we were, you can see that we flipped the table over. There were more than three of us, but for the sake of this crude drawing, I left three because I am not an artist. So we flipped the table. We were on a big 6-foot folding table. We flipped this table over. There's beers. There's the red Solo Cup beer. There's an ashtray full of cigarettes, lit cigarettes. We flipped it over, and this thing just kept going. We thought it was never going to end with all these missiles. So all of us are crouched behind this 6-foot table as all these fireworks are firing at us, hitting the table, hitting the deck, hitting the house, hitting the windows behind the house. Everybody on the deck dove for cover. People were hiding behind chairs, picnic tables. I mean, they're holding up garbage can lids, trying to deflect the shots. This was back in '98, so this was quite the party, and I have not had a party like this since, but yeah, that's my craziest 4th of July is when the fireworks started going just nuts. I mean, we had enough fireworks to take out all of my hometown, I swear. Between 5 of us, each of us had over $200 worth of fireworks, and we're talking mortar cannons, these missile batteries, everything. Because in West Virginia, you can't buy exploding fireworks. You have to go across. I was right on the West Virginia-Ohio border, so I could cross the river and go into Ohio, drive a few miles to Prism Fireworks. I think it was Hammondsville, Ohio is the town. And everything was buy one get one free. So you buy $200 worth, you're really getting $400 worth of fireworks. And all of us did that. There were 4 of us took a drive, and we knew we were going to have a pretty kick-ass party. And all you had to do when you're buying fireworks in Ohio is just tell them and show them an out-of-state driver's license, and be 18 years old, and that is it. So yeah, there it is. There's my 4th of July. That was crazy, and hope that earns me another entry. So if you guys haven't checked out Semper Fi Comic Guy, he's got some pretty good stuff on his channel. Please do. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to the comments. Peace.